So after
After 7,000 minutes of New York,
we're gonna record another pickups video.
it's finally Thomas's turn to...
Yeah, my stuff from the last 2 weeks. I already showed my video games from the previous 2-3 weeks, but now my other stuff. And I also bought a lot of video games on Saturday.
What was there something special?
No, I went to visit a friend in
Veteran.
Wetteren, and I stopped at 3 thrift stores. So, but the stuff is from 2 thrift stores.
What is Veteran famous for?
There was a train accident a couple of years ago with chemicals spilling all over the place.
Nothing else? I don't know.
Nope.
Just thinking about Veteran.
Not that I know of, actually.
Okay.
So, first are my Friday market pickups. I found a lot of Betamax tapes.
I really love Betamax.
They're all not pre-recorded, but how do you call this?
Empty.
Empty tapes. I got like 20-25 tapes, and they're all pre-recorded 80s TV shows.
No, not pre-recorded.
Recorded 80s TV shows.
So it's just recordings of the air. Actually.
Yeah. The funny thing is a American police movie, not the title, but they describe the movie and plus street violence. What?
Probably because he had to, for example, his wife said like, I don't want you showing our kids filthy movies, so please write down what's on there. So I know.
And then here's like the Mounties show. I don't know what the hell that is.
Mounties show.
It's like Mounties, the Canadian police.
Yeah, Mounties. Yeah.
But show.
And then also Netherlands music country.
Yeah.
Wow.
And there's one other. It says like Murder in Paris.
Oh.
But it's not the title of the movie. You know? It's really strange.
Maybe it was just a snuff movie. He saw someone get murdered in
No, I checked all. They're all just regular movies.
He decided to film it.
So I also found some books. Normally I don't take too many books with me because you just read them once and that's it. But this guy was obviously a radio and TV buff. Because there were also a lot of repair equipment, but that sold for a lot of money.
Oh.
But I just took some books that nobody wanted. The Sony Vision, which I'm reading right now. It's the history of Sony up until 76, so it's already a pretty old.
Recent.
Yeah, pretty old book. This is where I am. Gotta love that cigarette smell.
I remember it from my Commodore 64. My apartment is still smelling like 17,000 cigarettes.
But it's a really good book and an actually nice read and insight on how Sony started after the World War.
Yeah, 76 is hard to imagine. I mean, it's only been 41 years, but in 76 there was no VHS, no Laserdisc, no PlayStation, which is what Sony is like most famous for nowadays.
Nowadays, but back then
no CD, no what else am I? No minidisc. What really?
The first video.
Yeah, 76 is really. The U-matic. I do have one U-matic tape.
Really?
Yeah, I do have one U-matic tape. I found it in an abandoned warehouse.
And here is the age of Betamax. It's where the new chapter begins.
Yeah, 76 was really like the first year I think Betamax was commercially available. Maybe in Japan, but I think in Europe, I think even in Europe in 78, because
we were always later.
Remember the 4-year gap between the Famicom and the NES? Imagine nowadays that you would have to wait 4 years for the Switch to come out in Europe after Japan is like people riot on the streets.
Explode.
We want the game!
But that's a different time because you just had to crash in the United States.
I know, but it's still weird. 4 years.
And nobody wanted to publish it. Nintendo didn't want to do it
They
themselves.
even wanted to. Yeah, they wanted to. There was this deal with Atari.
Yeah, they tried to deal with Atari.
There was, and it was even #1 on the dumbest decision in gaming. Have you ever read? There was an excellent IGN article, or maybe GameSpot. IGN or GameSpot.
In hindsight, that's the.
In hindsight, like the 25 dumbest decision in gaming right now. Because Atari lost out on literally millions of dollars if they weren't distributed. No, but that's why they say it's a dumb decision.
And probably if Atari distributed it, it would have been a total flop and Sega would have been king of the world.
Peter de Voogd would like them because he likes Sega. You also have a friend that likes Sega. It's like Mike Spacework? Or?
Yeah, everybody likes Sega, I think, no?
Well, I liked it, but I was always more of a Nintendo guy than a Sega guy. Yeah, well... Nintendo does what Sega don't?
No. Reference data for radio engineers. Reference data for radio engineers. This is so cool.
This is something Pom, my favorite comic book artist from Belgium, would have loved because
and on the back, it wasn't on agenda for 1999, but I took it off and put it on here. A window to the world.
It's a sticker for Sony
Trinitron.
Wow.
This is a Dutch transistor hobby book.
Can I just open it up on a random page?
Sure.
And see what's inside? Let's see. I don't know how to translate this shit. This is very hard.
And this is diodes and transistors. The theoretical. This is really some hardcore.
Maybe we can open this book, the English book. We can open it up on just a random. Let's take a random page. What's your favorite number, Thomas?
7.
7?
7, yeah.
But do I need to take
no, 7,
page 7?
7 or something.
Maybe I'll take 777.
777.
Let's see. This will be fun.
Oh.
Suppose two frequencies whose ratio is f2/f1 is 0.12 are mixed to obtain the sum frequency. The spurious responses are found by laying a transparent straight edge on the chart, passing through the circle -1, -1, and lying a little to the right of the line marked f2/f1 is 0.10. It is observed that the straight edge passes near circles indicating the responses. Straight edge. I'm a little straight edge. I mean, I don't smoke, I don't drink. And,
but you do eat meat.
I do eat meat. And I do like women.
You cannot win if you're a straight edge.
No, I mean, you can't have sex if you're a straight edge.
Really?
I think that was part of the straight edge movement. So I shouldn't say I do like women. I do like flesh contact
with women. So next up, I bought something online. It's the Retron 5.
Something online?
Online, yes.
Online.
3-in-1 adapter.
Ooh.
So it's actually the same as this thing from Sega, the master converter.
But it even works with Game Gear.
Yeah, you can put your you can put your Game Gear cartridges in here naturally. A Mega Drive cannot play Game Gear games. Why not? Because
the higher color.
They have higher color. Yes, you can put them in. They work, but the colors are all jarred and jumbled. I only found from all the games I had, I found 2 games that just worked. So they're actually just Master System games.
These work on a
These 2 work.
And how can you get them to work on a Master System?
On a Mega Drive. With this thing,
this thing is also Mega Drive compatible. Oh.
No, it's just for the Mega Drive.
I thought this was for the Retron 5.
Yeah, but it's just a port adapter. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Just here you put your Master System cards.
Okay, so you can actually put this in your Mega Drive.
Yep.
And also use your Master System cards.
Yeah, sure. But you can also do that with
this. I know. Okay.
So, Outrun Europe works perfectly. You can play the game. Castle of Illusion works, but you need to press the start button on the Game Gear, and there's no start button. It's mapped differently on, so you cannot start the game.
Oh, that's horrible.
So I can use it for 1 game. Yes.
But you don't have a Retron 5.
No, I don't ever want one of those horrible things. But
why do you want this one? Just
to use it on a Mega Drive.
But you have this one already.
But this one only fits on the first model of Mega Drive.
Okay.
And this one fits also on the second Mega Drive. Yeah. And also it has the Game Gear port. I just was dying to check out how the games would look. The colors are all different, so the games play perfectly, but the colors are all jumbled.
Didn't you just tell me that only 2 Game Gear games work?
Yeah, they don't. These 2 look perfect. The colors are perfect.
Okay.
And there are probably others because I don't all.
Probably all Game Gear games will work perfectly on a Retron 5 because that's the idea.
Yeah, but it's just an emulator. You can also.
And why do you hate a Retron 5 or?
Because I don't hate it, but I would never buy it because it's just an emulator. You can just use a PC or a Raspberry Pi or something like that.
Okay.
It's just an emulator.
Taz and Petra are very happy with their Retron 5. They say it's really better than expected.
Yeah, that's good for them, but then you can just upload it all with ROMs. You don't need to buy the actual cartridges because you're playing in an emulator, so it doesn't matter if you use cartridges or. I don't mind people using emulators or playing on modern systems. I think just the Retron 5 is a bit of a silly idea.
Okay.
You have the Analog NT, which is actually a hardware emulator, and that's even cooler, I think, than a Retron 5.
Okay.
But this thing is pretty cool. But it's €60, so it's quite expensive.
And where did you buy it?
Games & Co.
The Ostend-based
game shop,
store. Yeah. That has like a running bill there.
Then, in my local thrift store,
my local
thrift store, next to my work, they have some cool DVDs.
Yeah, but Thomas, why still buy DVDs when you can have Blu-ray?
Why still buy Betamax and VHS tapes when you can have Blu-ray?
Yeah, that's a question for another time.
€1.75. So.
Okay, in which thrift store, or is it the
Antwerp Center. The Sint-Joris Sport is the name of it.
I have no idea.
It's the one Michelsplein, you know? That thrift store.
It's really like the Kringwinkel.
Yeah, the Kringwinkel, yeah. Alien vs Predator.
I heard this was a horrible movie.
Yeah, I think so. It probably will be.
I do have to say that Indiana Jones Part 4, of course, is very hated as well online.
But I like it.
I like it too.
I love the Soviets. It should be with Nazis, but who cares?
For example, Peter said that George Lucas raped his childhood when he made Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. But I really don't hate it as much as others.
It's not a super great movie. It's not original, but it's a good movie.
And it's far better than any of the Star Wars movies.
For sure.
So, and Harrison Ford is still very good as Indiana Jones.
Yeah, sure.
He still looks.
In Star Wars, he's a bit too old. In the last Star Wars.
But I did like.
Yeah, I like
Solo in The Force Awakens.
But you see that he's struggling with,
But there will be a 5th Indiana Jones film.
With Harrison Ford?
In 2019, when he will be 77. Wow.
But he will play an old part, I hope.
Himself
as an older guy.
He will play Indiana Jones as a
but
as a senior.
His son will be then the Shia LaBeouf.
But I don't think Shia LaBeouf will actually be featured because he had a sort of a falling out with Spielberg. Because he said some mean things about Transformers. No, even I don't know if he said that, but he even said some mean things about. He actually said we dropped the ball with the 4th Indiana Jones movie, and Spielberg said, well, there are times when you need to speak up, and there are times when you need to shut up. This is the time you need to shut up.
And that was when the movie was released?
No, just like a year later. So around the time the movie came out, he was doing all sort of press and saying like, oh, this is the greatest movie ever.
And then a year
Then after a while he changed his mind, and then he went all public, and then he got crazy. And I mean, I still think Shia is a good actor. He has some very great movies like Fury and whatever. But maybe... I don't know. I like that he's honest. I like that. I can appreciate his honesty, but we all know that there are times when you just
you need to shut up.
There is a Belgian expression saying, what is it? The hand that feeds you is also the hand you shouldn't bite, or something like that. You shouldn't bite the hand that feeds you. I think it's something like that.
Yeah.
And I think it's true. I mean, well, if I ever make a movie and it'll suck. I probably shouldn't say that to the director. If you want another job, especially in Hollywood, well, but I can respect his honesty. But still,
it's not a bad movie.
It's not a bad movie. I like Indiana Jones Part 4.
Sure. Me too. Battlestar Galactica.
This is the original movie.
It's actually not a movie.
I've never seen it. You have the poster, right?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to have it. But it's actually just the first 2 episodes of the TV series. Taped together, and they made a movie.
So, but is this the one that played in Cinema Universe?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was never like a real movie. It was always two.
But the TV show wasn't on Belgian TV or anywhere else in Europe, so it was better to make profit to just put the 2 first episodes together and make a movie out. But I've seen the entire series, so I was kind of disappointed. Man, it's just the same.
Is it good? It doesn't hold up. It's like what, 78, 79?
78. I think it holds up, but it's not. It's TV science fiction, It's not Star Wars. I mean,
I once had the chance to interview the lovely Richard Hatch. He passed away just last year, or even this year. I think he passed away this year. Richard Hatch, who played he's like the main character. What's his name? Because he's the first name built.
He's like the...
do you have any idea?
Captain Adama, No? Dirk Benedict is...
what does Dirk Benedict play?
He's like the Star...
Star-Lord?
No. He's the smooth guy. Starbuck.
Okay, so...
And then he's Apollo, probably.
Apollo, okay, yeah. So, and he was, 9 years ago, he came to Ghent, to FACTS. And back then it was still very easy to interview these guys. I mean, there was no managers. You could just go up to them and say, hey, can I ask you a few questions? We're just doing a YouTube show. It's like, yeah, no problem. He was super friendly. It was really like, I mean, most of these actors, they put on a show and they will not get angry in front of the camera. They will just be smooth. And,
but
because
you feel that...
You can always feel it's a bit fake. And this guy was extremely friendly. I mean, he poured so much energy. He was so enthusiastic. He clearly loved his fans. He loved talking about Battlestar Galactica. He was just very sweet. So actually, I was kind of sad to hear that he passed away, because he's like the first guy I interviewed that passed away. And I really liked him.
Goes on,
I know. And he wasn't the oldest. I mean, I think it was like 68, 69, so he could have lived for at least 10 to 15 years. So, here's to you, Richard Hatch. Thank you.
So, the last DVD, Matrix box set.
With just 2 titles?
Yeah, the first, somebody probably just wants to buy the first.
Because that's the only good one.
Yeah, it is.
Thomas, what did you do? Why did you buy this?
I'm gonna find the first one, it's no problem. The problem with the first Matrix movies, the best release is the one with the cardboard sleeve.
Yeah, indeed.
Because the other one, they added like a blue filter layer thing on top of it. So that's, I actually see it as a plus that the first one is missing. So I can buy the cardboard one. And
yeah, but the cardboard probably won't fit in there in a perfect, because the cardboard is a little fatter. But Thomas will make it work.
I'll push it in there. I like the whole idea of the Matrix. I love the story. And everybody hated the third one because it doesn't end. There's like a status quo.
It's funny that you say it as the third one.
The third one.
Not the third, but the third one.
The third one. The third one.
No, the third is like...
Yeah, I know. We all use this joke once, I think, with another third one. Yeah. But I love the whole idea about the Matrix. I love the Animatrix, I love the comics. But it's such a shame that the second movie and the third one are just not as good as the first one, but I love the story.
I have these on HD DVD, by the way. the trilogy. I bought it for just €10 in a Brussels entertainment store, so I was quite happy because the HD DVD version, of course, is full HD.
Yeah. I like buying things when they're cheap.
You like buying things? I thought you were just going to say I like buying things.
I like buying things.
Which would be true as well. Yeah. Or Anne always sees half of her household budget go up in smoke.
Household budget? This is not the 50s. So
she gets money from Thomas to buy food, and then Thomas buys DVDs.
I take the money and buy DVDs with it.
No food tonight.
No food tonight.
Look at me.
Arnold.
I remember seeing this box in toy stores back in. This was very expensive. This was 900 francs, 22.50 euros.
I bought it because I already have this one, but complete.
Complete?
Complete? This was 150, but it was really heavy. So the figures are not included.
So
I opened it up already in the store, and it actually concludes everything, all the manuals and booklets from the HeroQuest game, but also new sheets. So
actually, I never know what this was. This is sort of a Dungeons and Dragons light version, right?
Yeah, but it's also a board game. Like you play on the board. You have a dungeon and you have to open doors.
I think it's amazing that this is from 1990, and Games Workshop still has the same logo.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah.
Sony still has the same logo.
It's true, but it's...
But the cool thing about this is that it includes the stories and adventures from other expansion sets.
So what is this actually? This is probably from a guy who had all of them and then just put it together in one box and then sold it off.
This one is the original from the game.
So can you just, in short, because I don't know, I only saw, I think one of my best friends, Willem, once had the original HeroQuest.
You can just play these stories.
Can you tell me, or can you tell the audience, how do you play HeroQuest stories?
So we have a board. This is the board. This is what the Dungeon Master sees. And the heroes start out at the staircase, that's over here.
Okay.
And over there. And then they explore this dungeon. And in all the dungeons there are different things. So this is where all the monsters go. This is where there's a trap. This is a
It's a trap.
It's a trap. A special item that you have to collect. And the game master tells a story. and the 4 heroes, maximum 4 heroes, they just play the story.
Okay.
But it's a children's game. It's much more easy.
Okay, because even now it sounds very, very complicated to me.
You have a really cool modern version of HeroQuest. It's called Descent, and it's super fun. I play it with friends a couple of times a month. I think two times a month or something. And it's much more complicated. It's almost as complicated as a video game concerning rules and life and magic.
I think I would get bored very quickly by these sort of things. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, HeroQuest is. I'm just keeping them for when I have kids. It's perfect for kids, you know, because it's
really. It sounds very complicated.
Yeah, but I loved this as a child. A buddy of mine had it.
You had this as a. You got this new when it came
a buddy
out?
of mine had it, and his brother painted the figures. He was like 7 years older, and he was always a dungeon master, the older brother, so he could tell the stories really well, and it was super fun. So I already have the big game and 2 expansions. So
yeah. Do you still see this buddy? You still play?
No, not with him. I haven't seen him since childhood, I think.
No, that's it always saddens me that to see good friendships go around.
But then you go to a different school or...
Yeah, well...
So, that was from the internet, and now on to the thrift stores!
No, that was not from the internet, that was from...
No, sorry, that's also from the thrift store.
Yeah, because I saw the price.
150. Sint-Joris Sport also, city center.
Your favorite...
Yeah, it's right next to my work, so...
Where Thomas allegedly works. But he only goes to the Friday market.
And to the thrift store. 50 cents.
This is awesome. I always loved Atmosphere. It's a very atmospheric game. But it even includes the expansion.
No, it includes the commercial.
The commercial? Okay, then this is probably a later release because I also have this one and it doesn't include the commercial.
I think it was a very popular game. Eh?
There's even a 3rd expansion, and the thing that intrigues me the most is have you ever heard of the very great website imockery.org?
No.
Imockery is a guy, Roger Barr, and he's
mocks.
Yeah, no, he's a bit like us. He really likes his retro and his vintage crap, and he talks about them very passionately. So old TV shows, old movies, old games, everything. And his favorite time of the year is Halloween. He's so fond of Halloween that he starts at the 1st of September until the 31st of October. So he's like 2 full months of Halloween. And that's also his most popular period on the site and when he gets the most traffic. Yeah. And I remember last year, so he does a lot of things. He tastes all the different candies. He's really big into Halloween. For example, last year he imported special Japanese Doritos, that Dracula Doritos with garlic. That's so funny. I mean, that's also so Japanese. Why would you make Dracula Doritos with garlic? Because Dracula hates garlic. Why? Anyway, last year he also did a review of Atmosphere. And he showed some clips from the VHS tape included, because you should talk about Atmosphere. It's a VHS tape. It's a game.
It's a board game.
It's a board game with a VHS tape. I will show the
back. Maybe that's the.
But so when Mockery showed this, he showed some clips, and it's apparently a still active actor with a very funny name. I forgot the name right now. It's something like Nasri. That is your dungeon master for the game. Yeah. But then I wondered. In my memory, at least, I thought this guy was a Dutch actor, or at least a dub.
No, it's
is it?
Probably, yeah.
It's dubbed. I think I distinctly remember this guy. That was a nice part of time for the board game. I distinctly remember this guy speaking Dutch.
Yeah, but it
so we should check it out because even the where's the commercial? Sorry, the commercial for the leaflet. This is not the same guy. Come on.
No, it's another one.
So probably he got fed up and he wanted more money.
Or you just chose another actor. It's also a cool blue tape.
Yeah, actually. I want to check it out. We say this every week, but this is something. No, this is really something we should do. We should play Atmosphere and film it. This should be fun.
But we need to be 4 people, I think.
We'll ask Taz and Peter, or Sam Eklo, also a funny guy.
Taz will be on.
I hate this game. I hate everything. I hate people.
Board games suck.
I'm so bored of this game. But
So in the same thrift store, I also found some actually pretty good games.
Yeah, but you had this one already, so you're gonna sell it to me, right?
If you want it.
Yeah.
Sure.
No. I want to. I want to listen my life. No. This is really like a good game, Conquer.
Yeah,
no, please. I need less.
Have it.
No, I need less. I just gave you my Odyssey game because I need less.
Okay, Conquer's live and reloaded.
It's a good game.
It's a fun game.
It's a remake of the
N64 game. I couldn't leave it there for €3. These were all €3.
Maybe you can sell them and make a buck.
Make a buck.
Like
I prefer to trade, trade with somebody.
Embrace your true reseller nature.
This one I already have. Fable, I didn't know, so.
That's sad, Thomas.
An accident. Final Fantasy 1 and 2. I already had 2, but I had the Essentials, PSP Essentials version, so this is much nicer.
Mucho nicer. They had a lot of games this time, because normally they're...
But it's in Kruijbeek, it is. Ibohem is the name of the thrift store.
Okay, because it also says the Klimingel.
Yeah, but...
They're part of the chain, probably.
No, I don't think it's the same chain, because their logo is a little bit different. Maybe they...
That's weird that they use the
same
stickers.
It's a 3-story thrift store.
Wow. A 3-story
and DVD, 3-story thrift store. And the games and the DVDs are all on the 3rd floor, so nobody goes there, I think. It's really nice. You have a view over the Waasland, the fields. It's right in the middle of the fields, and it's like a big...
American viewers will be so confused. What is the Waasland?
Waasland is a part of Belgium with a lot of fields and cows.
So it's like Flanders Fields?
Flanders Fields, but really close to Antwerp. And they have a thrift store.
They also have a wolf, remember? The wolf of Waasland?
They have a wolf.
Around the 2000, 2001.
So long ago?
Yeah, it was some time ago. This is like the best game on PSP. It's at least graphically wise. It's stunning. It's really stunning.
And another Final Fantasy game.
Gotta admit, I'm not a big fan of Final Fantasy, but that's actually, it's an exaggeration. I can't claim to not be a fan. I've never played any Final Fantasy game.
Okay.
So sorry guys.
Strange.
Peter will kill me now because he says Final Fantasy VII is better than Ocarina of Time. And
No, that's not true.
Peter says so.
Peter says so. Sennheiser,
wow.
€1.
It seems super old.
Yeah, there's no date on the package.
Ah, too bad.
And I didn't find anything online about it, but
maybe it's fake.
No, it's not fake. It's a Sennheiser. So it's a headphone specially designed
for TV.
For watching TV. It has a 7-meter cable.
Whoa.
And it has a specially designed plug, so you can plug your speaker, your stereo speaker, in between it.
Wow.
It's really cool. Sennheiser has the best headphones.
Yeah.
This one is, I think, maybe 70s.
You tried it?
Not yet. It's still sealed.
Oh, please don't open it.
No, of course I won't open it. I paid $1 for €1.
This is awesome. We should at least post it on some, let's say, Sennheiser or Betamax-esque group on Facebook. Somebody will know what this is. And
yeah, but I find photos from eBay, but not really information.
This is awesome.
It's also before Sony invented the real headphone that you put on your head. Like
this looks more like a stethoscope.
Or maybe they did this because...
Sorry, I'm a bit sick. Ill.
If you're sitting in front of the TV, it's less annoying to have something on your head.
Probably.
Maybe.
It's awesome.
So, Saturday I went to visit a friend, Tom, in Wetteren. As I told
you don't have any friends, Tom.
Yes, I do.
Who are you kidding?
I have you, Julian.
We're not friends. I'm just mooching of you for free games. Oh. This is an empty box.
These are 2 empty cases.
So why did you?
Wait for it. So we went to his local thrift store and he says he never finds game there. This is the second time there. This is the second time I go there. The first time I found some Master System games.
Okay.
The second time I come there, I see somebody throwing 360 games in the trash. I said, whoa, what are you doing? So these are all empty cases. So I said, yeah, give me just the empty ones for replacement cases. And I said, do you have any more games? And she comes out with a stack of 360 games.
Whoa.
But there were not really games I was interested in.
Maybe, wait, before you continue, maybe you can just find, for example, this, because I really want this game. Maybe you can just find like an empty disc for a few bucks on eBay, and then you make your own complete game.
Yeah, maybe you can do it.
Yes.
I already have the game on PS3.
Ah, okay.
So, let's go on the case.
Okay.
He takes the cake.
Ah, fuck, I don't want it. I really need to listen, man.
So we walk around thrift
Yes.
stores after we looked at the PS3 game, and she comes back and says, "Are you interested in PlayStation games?" And my friend's like, "What the fuck? I go here every week and I never find anything." So I said, "Yeah, sure, show them to us." So there was actually a bunch of pretty interesting titles.
Okay, Peter will be very jealous because Peter is going for a full set PS1 game.
Goal Panic, which is a Gun game.
I think that's Ghoul.
Ghoul Panic.
Ghoul, yeah.
Which is a double for me, but I don't have the manual, so that's why I picked this one.
Maybe Peter will still want
Maybe.
it.
This one is the most expensive one of the lot.
So how much did you pay?
€2 a piece, but I mean online. It's a €40 game online. Bomberman World, and it's without manual. It has a sticker on it without manual, and it's true. There's no manual inside, so.
Well, they didn't lie.
Then the first two Spyro games.
Unfortunately, Platinum.
Yeah, but I don't mind too much. Point Blank 2.
Because as Thomas says, they have their place in history.
Yes, yes they do. Point Blank 2.
I always liked the Point Blank games.
I never had Point Blank 2, so it's nice.
No, I don't have any of the games, but I remember playing them with the friends and with the gun, with the light gun. Yeah, I really liked it.
And this is like a later budget release of Japanese
game. Very good.
But it's like a Puyo Puyo clone or something.
Can't be bad. I love Puyo Puyo.
But it's probably a Japanese game that they just repackaged as a value title. So this was all €2 a piece.
That's
not too bad.
A very good price, Thomas.
I thought I bought some more stuff, but nope.
That's everything?
Yep. I think. Oh wait, my Playmobil house. One more Playmobil house. This is the bank.
You said to Anne, let's play house.
But it's missing the big sign. And they also, what the fuck, they glued it together. So I've already been able to take the lid off, so you can see the freaking glue, but I still... It will take a while before this comes.
Can I try? It will be fun if it works on camera.
Don't break it.
Oh, good. Not gonna try.
This is the most expensive Playmobil cowboy house. Yeah, complete, of course. And complete. Not in this shape.
So
€1.
Where did you find it? Also in Antwerp?
Yeah, the Sint-Joris Sport.
I think they should pay you now. You mentioned it 4 times.
Sint-Joris Sport.
They should just give you they should just give you like a coupon or
a discount.
A discount, like a 10% discount for mentioning their name.
What was cool when I went to the thrift store where I bought Atmosphere and the PSP games, they really asked, do you want a card, like a recoup card for in the future? And I said sure. And when you have 10 purchases, you get €2 off something. So
yeah, it's quite recent because I remember I got a card from Mortel now.
Yeah.
And also a card from Neil, which is in Antwerp, but they sort of like different like thrift store companion. Now, what's the word I'm looking for? Like groupings of thrift stores.
Yeah,
like,
they're all.
It's like police zones. They're like zones of thrift stores. So, for example, the Neil one is in a partnership with Aartselaar and etc. And I think Motsel will probably be
it's opnieuw in
So yeah, it's fun because now it finally pays off. Buying crap, we can buy more crap by buying crap. It's crap.
So you still have some stuff now?
Yes, we're running on 30 minutes already. No, Thomas. What did I get? Okay, so today I went to the Bart Smit. It was just an impulse purchase because I was actually I needed some frames for next weekend. I'm having one of the first times that I'm having some cartoons displayed at a sort of a fair, no, not a fair, but how should I call it, an art
exhibition,
something like that. Yes, an expo.
I have your comic book. I bought a copy once. Yeah, you signed it for me.
Oh, I don't remember that. Did you? Wow.
At Factor, no, I think
right. Yeah. This the back when it was still called Starcom.
Yeah, Starcom.
Did you read it?
Yeah, I read it.
Did you like it?
I don't. It's like a bit adolescent, I think.
Oh, that's.
But it's not bad. I think I remember enjoying the beginning, but I think sometime around the middle it went nowhere, and then at the end it ended quickly. That's what I remember. But it's over a year that I read it, so...
Well, sorry Thomas, sorry to
I also don't know where I put it, so it won't be easy to find it again and read it again.
My biggest fan, ladies and gentlemen.
I have a signed copy.
No, but
in 10 years' time it will be worth a lot.
Probably not. No, next weekend there's an exhibition. Peter will be there as well with his writings.
Yeah.
And I'll be there showing off some drawings. So I needed some frames. That's why I went to the HEMA. And on the way to the HEMA, there was a Batsmith. It's still not called Inno Toys, by the way. I mean, it should be.
No, yeah, I don't think this change is going to
happen.
I don't know, yeah.
It's still advertised on their doors like we're changing into Inno Toys, but it's taking a long time.
And in like, for example, in the city center with Fnac, where Fnac is, there's nothing on the...
Oh, that's good.
Oh, some PSP games.
Yes, so Buzz the Music Quiz for just 98 cents.
Okay, you can't beat that price.
A second one, this is just for Peter, because I know he's a big PSP fan, so he's going for a full set of PSP games. And The Eye of Judgment Legends, also for Peter, because I'm not planning on playing a game that will take something like 40 years to complete.
It's a card game.
98 cents, I mean, this is just a no-brainer. I mean, and then there was one Wii game, Phineas and Ferb.
Also 98 cents?
Also 98 cents.
Dang.
And I'm probably just gonna give this to someone who likes Wii. Or I don't know, it's just too cheap.
You got tricked by cheapness.
It's true. My girlfriend says that, Julian, sometimes you just buy shit when it's cheap, and it's true. I mean, I can't. When I see something this cheap, I just can't leave it. I'm thinking like this is a shame to leave it at that price. I mean, you can't even buy a Twix for 98 cents anymore. Maybe, yeah. But a big Twix will be like €1 even Kruidvat. So I mean, what can you still get for 98 cents? So
not much.
That's why I always...
Freaking old video games that nobody likes.
That's why I always... well, it's just a good deal. Maybe it's even a fun game. Yeah, I'll look it up.
Can I see the back?
I think they still at least had one copy, because the one I took had the price on there. Yeah. And then behind the counter they gave me this one, so they at least had two copies.
High Impact Games made it. Never heard of them?
I'll check out the reviews.
Or just play it.
I've never seen the series, but apparently it's quite funny. It's a very popular...
yeah, it's pretty... You have a lot of games from it, I've seen that.
I think it's one of the later Wii games as well.
Which is the date?
It doesn't say, that's weird. No, it doesn't say. Let's check the manual, we want to know.
Wii?
Wii? What year is this?
No year.
Come on, guys. The video is taking a long time.
I'll speed this part up.
Or just cut it. Well, come on, please. There must be a date somewhere.
2011. On the disc.
So no, it's not that recent. Well,
they still made a new Wii game this year. The Just Dance 2016.
Yeah, but that's one of the most popular. I think it's the most popular Wii game ever. At least series. Yeah. It's like.
But I saw the Wii U one. I thought, damn, they still made it.
There's even a Switch version. So now you have a Wii U, and a Switch version.
Crazy.
Yeah, if you're going for a full set Wii game, and I know, for example, Billy van Bogat is going for a full set Wii. Billy, if you need this one, 98 cents in Motsel, Batsmith, I can pick it up for you if you want.
You already picked it up.
No, but I can pick up a second one. Then last Saturday. I didn't
Third time's charm.
Last Saturday was the 22nd of April. It was Record Store Day, which is one of my favorite days of the year. So Record Store Day, for those who don't know, it started 10 years ago, and sort of an effort to boost record sales in independent stores and local stores. So not in Fnac, MediaMarkt, etc., Best Buy, Target. So really independent guys, and artists release special vinyl, special cassettes, and very few CDs, but mostly vinyl and cassette, like the niche formats, in an effort to really have people go to, and it's true. I mean, the funny thing is, mostly after a few days later, so for example now, you will find some releases in Fnac, because Fnac then cheats, probably they'll ask some of their spies to buy them, but you really, on record store day, you can't find any of these things in Fnac.
Yeah, only
so it's really only in like Fat Cat, my favorite record store in Belgium, or
it's really your favorite record store?
Yeah, Fat Cat.
Well, when you know the new location, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's next
when
to
you look up the window.
Yeah.
I'm working there.
No.
I look at the front door of the record store out of my work window on the first floor.
Next time.
Just wave up there and call Thomas, because it's a single glass, so I can I can hear you.
So, but anyway, record store day, great day. And then when it started out 10 years ago, I remember, let's say the first time I was aware of it was maybe like 8 years ago, but I remember it was just like 10 releases. I remember there was like a good Rolling Stones single, just really, really small. Then over the next few years,
it's not that small. Good Rolling Stones single.
No, but I mean, it was just 10 or maybe 15 releases that year.
Okay.
One of them was a Rolling Stones single.
How many are there?
It's crazy. I got a mail from Fat Cats in anticipation. 14 A4 pages, a PDF of 14 pages with just titles. So it's at least 200 or 300.
And you can only get them that day.
Yes, only that day.
And what do they do with the excess stock?
There is mostly no excess stock, because this is worldwide, and most records are, for example, 500 copies, 1,000 copies. So it's always, you're not guaranteed to have everything.
Okay, you want,
Yeah, so it's always like a guessing game. For example, last year there was a cassette by the Pizza Underground. Have you ever heard of the Pizza? That's like Macaulay Culkin's comedy band troupe, and they make parody songs of the Velvet Underground with pizza lyrics.
Yeah, okay.
That's funny. So they had a cassette tape. Never came out. Well, it never reached Belgium. It came out, but
sure.
Luckily this year I was in luck. I only had, because there were years then I ordered 8 or 10 releases when I still had money, when I lived at home and I didn't have any costs. Now I have to watch my money. Oh, damn!
Is the battery
again?
Continue. That will be the new intro.
Okay, guys, we'll just do a quick. So record store day. A few years ago, I bought, let's say, 8 or 10 records, because I still had the money. I had no extra costs. Now I need to watch my spending. So I had 4 things on my mind, and I got all 4. So that's nice.
That's nice.
Actually, my girlfriend bought them for me, because
I see the first time.
my girlfriend bought them for me because I had the play on no I didn't have a play. It was on Saturday. I had a short movie I had to film.
You have to go there on that day.
Yes, it's only on that day. Sometimes
if you pre-ordered them, or
well, let's cut this one. Eigenlijk niet, nee.
Oké,
Hij stuurt dus naar huis, maar eigenlijk, als ze dat weten, dan gaan ze want eigenlijk, je mag dat echt niet. Want inderdaad, je mocht ze zelf bestellen hebben, maar zo gezegd moeten alleen die dag zelf langs gaan. Want je mocht dus ook niet op voorhand bestellen, want dan is dat zo echt oneerlijk. De bedoeling is dat je echt in de winkel zelf komt en dan zo gezegd keuze hebt.
Maar ja, dat is toch bullshit.
Hij houdt zoal zakjes op en je doet dus 3 weken op voorhand. Maar eigenlijk, dus dat moeten we zeker niet vinden, want dan gaat hij echt veel wat schrijven. So, what did I get? I got 4 things. My girlfriend picked them up. Thank you, Eva. It's the first time I mentioned her name on this channel. Because I had a short movie I needed to film in somewhere in the middle of nowhere in Belgium. But luckily, Eva to the rescue. I spent at least, well, it was a lot, because that's of course the downside is that it's all very expensive.
Yeah.
Because most of these releases are 500 to 1,000 copies worldwide, so they're always collectible from day one. So I got Aqua.
It's the first time they released these on.
This is the first time they ever released Aqua on vinyl.
I know.
And you'll probably say, why do you buy sort of a crappy record? Well, I don't think it's a crappy record. I got the CD when I was 14, and I have a sort of an emotional attachment. Yeah. And actually, some songs, for example, Dr. Jones, and especially my favorite, Lollipop, they're really, really great pop songs. I mean, I never liked Barbie Girl. I never did. I mean, that was just a stupid throwaway pop song. But Dr. Jones' Lollipop, great songs. Turn Back Time is like a very nice ballad. I mean, they made some good songs. They were a talented bunch. And so they're...
it's really strange that they just... This 20-year anniversary.
This is the 20-year anniversary, of the album. So they released it for, and they also released Barbie Girl as a picture disc, but I didn't want it because as I said, if it was Dr. John, I'll show the record because it's cool as well. It's of course, what do you expect? It's in aqua blue.
Oh, nice.
So this is nice.
That's cool. It's a nice color.
That's a nice color. This was €23, which is still affordable for a full album.
Yeah, I think
because
so.
Albums nowadays, they're always between 20 and 30.
And it's on one disc, that's nice.
That's always nice. There's actually a lot of songs. I think it's at least 6 songs per side. Yeah, so it's 12 songs. And I really like the album. So then I bought, this is actually really cool. This is a Faulty Towers picture disc.
Nice.
And yeah, the fun thing about Record Store Day is that, yeah, you'll sometimes read on the internet what's coming out, what will be released, but you don't have a lot of info. So when I read something like Faulty Towers, I just figured it was like the music from the series. And the series is one of my favorite series. But now it turns out that that's actually really funny that you just find it out when you get it. It's 2 full episodes, so it's really like it's it's the full length audio from 2 episodes from the classic, so Mrs. Richards with the deaf lady and Hotel Inspectors, in which he expects hotel inspectors. No Germans. I would expect the Germans because that's like the most famous episode. Maybe they didn't want to risk offending the Germans.
It isn't that good audio only. Probably they just listen to all.
But it is because hey, remember one Eva Braun cocktail instead of one prawn cocktail. You started, you invaded Poland. It's like classic. It's classic. No, but this is really like I'm actually quite happy that it's not the music. It's really like this. It reminds because Eva said like, why do you need the audio? But I think this is like in the 30s and the 40s when
people would listen to
radio plays. And I like this idea. And I also it's really a cool picture disc. John Cleese is
it's a bit like a podcast also.
It's also like a podcast. So what does it say on the other side? John Cleese, Banana Scales, Connie Booth and Andrew Sachs, who passed away, rest in peace, star in 2 BBC TV episodes, Mrs. Richards and Hotel Inspectors. Mrs. Richards, Joan Richardson, is a little hard of hearing. She is also a very demanding guest. The room is cold, the bath is too small, the view is invisible and the radio doesn't work.
The view is invisible.
Things pick up for Basil, though, as he secretly wins on the horses, but then Mrs. Richards discovers she's lost some money. And then in the second episode, in Hotel Inspectors, Sybil drops a bombshell. There are some hotel inspectors in town. It's time for some courtesy, especially when the irritating Mr. Hutchinson, Bernard Cribbins, reveals he has a wide experience of hotels. You've seen Faulty Towers?
I've seen most of them.
Yeah, there's just 12 episodes across 2 seasons. It's my favorite series, I think, of all time. It's fantastic. I love it. I think it never gets old. And it's super hilarious. And so this says, Record Store Day exclusive 2 classic episodes on a limited edition picture disc. This was very expensive. This was €31 for just, what is it? Something like 50 minutes of audio. Yeah, what can you do?
It's a collectible. In a couple of years' time, you will be able to sell it for much more if you want.
I will never do that.
I know you won't, but if you wanted to, you could.
Then I saw there was a Dolly Parton release coming, and I like Dolly Parton, so I thought, maybe this is fun. This is our very first recording ever. So it even says on the box, first recording. So she was probably like maybe 13-year-old girl. This was an $11 single. Which is also a bit expensive. Yeah, I haven't even opened it. Let's see what's inside. I always like that of course, they take good care of their releases because you pay top dollar. So you even get a digital copy. So
that's nice.
You can redeem the songs. Oh, whoa! I shouldn't show you the before I cut it out
or bleep it.
Yes, and then even in a sort of cardboard.
Yeah, it looks like a really old school record.
So the songs are Puppy Love and Girl Left Alone, which was already written by Parton. So maybe that's her father, or maybe she did write a song when she was 11.
It's possible.
Yeah, she is a very, very talented lady. The funny thing is, even now she used some plastic surgery, but she's still recognizable. You can see that it's Dolly Parton. And I'm a big fan. I mean, I really think she's underrated. I mean, some people laugh at because she's so cheap in the way she looks, but she's really a talented lady. I mean, she did it her way, and she once said it takes a lot of money to look this cheap, and that's just a very
that's an awesome expression. Yeah,
that's what she said. And last but not least, I got a Springsteen.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. Springsteen has last year he didn't, but most Record Store Days he has an exclusive release, which is cool because it's. For example, 2 years ago, it was like 4 never released songs, which is awesome. That's all we want. This is a re-release. This is one of his most famous live concerts in '75 in London. But this never came out on vinyl.
Yeah.
This only came out 10 years ago on CD and on DVD. So never in the '70s. This is just a 2006 release. Never on vinyl because maybe they thought this is
nobody wanted it.
Yeah, this is 4 records, so 8 sides, 4 records. Nobody wanted to pay on vinyl, but then they did. So now I'm very happy that I didn't buy the CD. I could have bought the CD a long time ago, but I held out. This was, of course, extremely expensive. This was 50 euros
for 4.
But it's still, you can buy the CD for $6.
Yeah, probably. So. Yeah, even cheaper.
It does say LP set first time ever on vinyl, and also cool. It does include the digital download. Again.
Yeah.
So you get the. Well, there's a lot of songs. So this would at least cost 12 euros on iTunes. So let's say you get at least 12 euros extra worth of music. And then the last thing I got, this is also very cool. There's a lot of music this week. This is something thanks to Thijs Bastiaans, the ever trustworthy patron saint of this channel.
The very essential.
This is something you will never expect. This is not a CD, of course, because it doesn't fit on a CD. This is actually the, let's say, not the last, but the latest, so far, the latest physical media or medium. That's so. This is a South Korean exclusive.
Yeah, the little card.
Oh, you know it.
Yeah,
You've seen it.
No, I have not seen it in real life. But
okay,
I know of it.
This is a South Korean exclusive. It's actually it's the album, 40 excellent Elvis Presley tracks on a micro SD card.
So crazy.
So this is super tiny. Let's take it out of the box. So this is just the full album.
Does it have a sticker or
it does. So it's it's printed on there.
Oh, that's nice.
So the essential Elvis Presley. I hope the focus will be. I don't know if it will focus on this, but this is super tiny. And the good thing is it plays on every normal SD card reader. So it is a
what's the format?
It's a FLAC.
FLAC, yeah.
So it's high quality. I think it's 320 kilobytes per second. I sampled it. I listened to most of the tracks already via a normal SD adapter.
Yeah.
And it's excellent. And my father is a big Elvis fan. The biggest Elvis fan I know. But I bought this for myself because of course I like let's say tangible things, physical media, and it's just so cool to have this. This is a South Korean exclusive. It came in a very and this is thanks to Thijs because I tried to order it on the official site because it's a manufacturer of high-end audio machines that can play these cards. So they have a mini slot for these cards. It's actually called MQS, which stands for, I think, Master Quality Sound, something like that. So it's a South Korean manufacturer of these machines, but you can buy the albums on their website. I tried it, but South Korea is even more strict in let's say foreign things because you don't just need a South Korean address, you even need a South Korean telephone number. So I tried cheating a little. It wasn't possible to get it to Belgium. I really couldn't. And then I just on a loop I said, does anyone know anyone from South Korea? And Thijs, the ever trustworthy Thijs Bastiaans, he said, somebody. My mom has a very good friend that lives in South Korea, and she was coming back to Belgium in March, so I was very lucky. She bought it for me in February, so I shouldn't show her the address. This is the address in South Korean.
The envelope is also completely made out of plastic.
Yeah, but it's a very nice release. I mean, there's the cardboard exterior, there's a very nice cardboard and plastic interior, and there's even the full-size booklet, all in English as well. I would expect this to be in South Korean.
Yeah, of course.
Or maybe in crappy English, but this is just the English text that also was included on the CD and the vinyl version. And then at the very end, there's some South Korean text, so that's funny. So I think
I know 2 words in South Korean.
Do share.
Annyeonghaseyo, which is hello, and Yeonpil, which means desk.
And so how did you learn these?
Well, I studied Japanese 1 year, and you also have to follow South Korean.
You only remember 2 words?
No, I only did 2 test classes or something. But it's mostly about the writing. So, it's really difficult to write, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah, those little circles.
So, but Thijs, thank you very much for this. Do give my regards to your mom's friend, because this This will someday at least be collectible because
sure.
I don't think they made a lot of copies, and it's
in South Korea is a really like closed country.
And there's a few on eBay right now, but they're very expensive.
There's
even now,
probably people who bought it. And
they're not sold out, but because there's also a Beatles one, and it's at least €60.
Yeah, that's stupid for an SD card.
I also paid a lot. The funny thing is that it wasn't cheap in South Korea either. I think it was something like $30, and then with shipping I paid something close to 40. No, even she never shipped it. She just brought it home with her when she came back to Belgium. But she had to pay some shipping costs as well. There were some taxes as well. So it came to 40. I paid 40. But it's still, I really wanted it. And it's 40 songs, so you at least get a lot of money. It's €1 per song. So it's like on iTunes. So
same thing.
So thank you.
There's also a lot of exclusive Master System games in South Korea.
Oh really?
Which are also impossible to obtain.
Maybe we should go to South Korea one day.
And Taiwan, you have an exclusive game system there.
Which is?
I forgot the name, but it's like a fake Super Nintendo, but with its own games, and it looks really cool. I forgot the name.
Super Nintendo reminds me of a stupid joke I made once. There was a guy on one of these Facebook groups who frequents, let's say, like the Gamers Hive, or I don't know, or maybe the Geek
collectors groups.
Yeah, and he asked, does anyone have a Super Nintendo? But he wrote Super with double P, Supper.
Supper.
So I said, no, I only have a breakfast Nintendo.
And did anyone respond?
No one laughed. Just tumbleweeds and crickets. So, that concludes our pickups.
Yeah, it's.
I think it has 45 minutes. Again, we just can't keep these shorter than 45 minutes.
It's a bit your fault, I think, but it's okay.
I'm sorry.
You can tell all the cool stories.
My girlfriend says that I talk too much, and my mother-in-law says I talk too much.
Your mother-in-law.
So it's probably true. Even
probably
your fiance thinks I talk too much.
I don't think you talk too much.
So that concludes our pickups for this week.
See you again next time. Bye bye.
16-bit Jim signing off.
For real.
For real.